All right, guys, I appreciate all of you tuning in. Sorry about the late start time. I just had to take care of some stuff. I had to pick up a package and also have to log into Amazon because for whatever reason I needed to get the screen up. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me just double check, make sure this works, because right now I need to make sure that I'm able to watch the game on my computer screen. So give me a second here, then we're going to start the OT period. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. Just want to make sure that I'm able to... What? I just need to make sure this works. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys. Just want to make sure, because right now I get like a black... I just need to see if this... Let's see if this works. I just need to see if this works really quickly before going any further. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Just want to make sure I can watch it on... There we go. Okay, yeah, for whatever reason, I couldn't get it on Chrome. For whatever reason, Chrome was not allowing me to watch Prime, but Firefox does. So, just had to make sure I got that sorted out, because obviously the game tonight is on Prime. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in for the stream. If you've never been to one of these Q&A overtime streams before, how it works like this, I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. Any questions... Right, the game doesn't start for another 2. Right, the game doesn't start, but just anything on Prime. Literally anything. Just any video. Any TV show when I was getting a black screen. So, just need to make sure that worked. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. Any audio, video, chat, GPT, anything you want me to do, I will do it. Every donation also counts toward you make the call. I'm going to decide which game we are calling on Saturday at 3:30. You have this stream and the first half of the next stream, the Commanders Packers game, to decide. We got Georgia, Tennessee, USC, Purdue, Pitt, West Virginia, and UNC, Richmond as the 4 games. And before we start the clock, let's spin the wheel for karaoke. It is Thursday night, so what that does mean is that I do sing at live band karaoke. And $50, I'll sing any song you want me to. But $25, there's a song that is half off. And we're going to figure out what song is half off. Obviously, that is not the wheel. Let's try this again. What song is half off? It is going to be... It's got Mono with a 5. I appreciate you being here. Let me just spin this wheel, and then we'll do that. And I forget which game you wanted. Seven Nation Army. Seven Nation Army is the song. Okay. That's a good one. Seven Nation Army. Got Mono with a 5, though. Appreciate you, man. If the Mets lose, they are unpatriotic and feeble losers. I don't know about unpatriotic, but they are pretty feeble right now. I will give you that. They are pretty feeble. I don't know about unpatriotic. Someone's got to lose. Obviously, I know the significance of today, but obviously 15 teams or I don't know how many play today, but there's a winner and a loser for everything. But Seven Nation Army is the song. Which game you want? Come on, I appreciate you, man. You wanted, I'm trying to remember from last time. I forget if you wanted, it was either USC, Purdue, or Georgia, Tennessee. I forget which one you wanted. Forget which one you wanted. That counts as triple because there's no request attached to it. So which game you want to get you on the call for? Appreciate you, man. And yeah, we're going to start this OT period, and let's do this thing. You see this? Yes, I'm going to get to everything right now. See, the one commentator who said I didn't show an angle with the Yellowstone Browns, yeah, literally, I show the exact angle in the freeze frame. Yeah, the news right now is scary. Stay safe out there. The news is scary right now. I'm surprised they didn't have the Jets on tonight. I am a bit surprised. My guess is they'll probably do something next year. I know it's on a Friday next year, but I would think like Thursday night. You want the Purdue game? All right, perfect. Perfect. I'm doing all right, Keller. I'm doing all right. Yeah, if your team loses, you got to wow. Do I remember anything from September 11th? Not really. Not really. I remember it was a Tuesday, but I don't I wouldn't have been in school. I wouldn't have been in preschool because I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 4 years old, and then Tuesday, Thursday for 3 years old. So I wouldn't have been in school. I don't remember anything specifically from that day. And then Michael with a tour. I Can't Quit Baby by Led Zeppelin. All right. I'll get you on the Backyard Brawl. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so I don't remember anything from that. I'm surprised you won class first even though I was not a jock. The first time I was. The first time I was a bit surprised. But I took it seriously. I think people like that. Yes, I do remember that story, Sports Talk. I do remember that. Yeah, absolutely, Tyrell. Absolutely, Tyrell. Absolutely. I do know people that were supposed to be in the towers that day. I know people that that their family members, they lost their lives that day. There was someone in my elementary school who dad was a firefighter and lost his life that day. So it does hit a little bit different when you're in New York. It does hit a little bit different when you're in New York. All right, I Can't Quit You Baby by Led Zeppelin. Balmer Sports, Silver Clippers, Fact or Fiction? Fiction. I think Silver is a pushover. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think Silver's just a massive pushover. Based on all his comments he said, based on everything discipline-wise he's done since Donald Sterling, I think he's a pushover. I don't think he's going to sell the Clippers. And then Michael with another 2. How many more times? Appreciate you, man. This is another 12-bar blues song, isn't it? Yeah, this is 12-bar blues. This is 12-bar. The Broncos Sam News, I like it. I like it. It's all privatized. You can do whatever you want if it's privatized. And the fact that it's indoors, you can host events year-round, I think it's a good move. Keller gifting. Oh, is that what I think it's for? Nick getting this one. All right, let's go. Is this what I think it's for? With that, Armchair Gamers, Speedrun, Michael Timothy Fair, and Raymond getting memberships. As members, you get a lot of cool perks. Name of the engineering members, okay, and emojis in the chat. You wanted the Tennessee game, if I'm not mistaken. Inner Circle gets. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm going to assume this is for Seven Nation Army. I'm going to assume it's for that. And you wanted Georgia, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to add 30 to that. The bonus is on good mod, so yeah. The stair challenge, that's incredible. It's amazing what those firefighters are able to do. It really is amazing what those firefighters were able to do. Did I know that Charlie Kirk, he talked about Ben Johnson? Did he really? Did he really? Did he really talk about Ben Johnson? I mean, I know he didn't. He did have football takes. I do know that. I do know he had football takes. Silva. I'm going to take Silva. I appreciate you a ton, Keller. If that's for Seven Nation, let me know. Silver needs to resign first. Yeah, Silver needs to resign first before Bomber loses control. And then Michael with our 5er. You guys are coming hot today. Holy cow. I should note I have a cutoff at 7:50 because I got to call the game, but we're going to get to everything. We're going to do everything. And then Mike with a 5er. Appreciate you, man. I'll get you on Backyard Brawl. Yes, Seven Nation, no requests. Beautiful. All right, so I'll spin the wheel again. Chikina, I'm assuming Chikina Satinja. No requests. Well, it's Seven Nation Army. The request for Seven Nation Army. Yeah, it's a triple. I already got it on the triple. Oh, no, it still counts. Yeah, it doesn't matter how... As long as you climb those stairs, it counts. It counts. Is the bear swing wearing a cup in the picture? Did not know that. Alright, so I'll get you on there. I feel like a lot of these songs are just 12-bar blues, how Led Zeppelin started out. Just an edgy take on 12-bar blues on this album. Alright, so we're going to respin the wheel. I hope I can get to all the songs tonight. I might have to spread them out a little bit. Number 3 song of the day, Washington Let's for the Packers in Green Bay, October 23rd, 88. I'm going to guess number 3 song, we're going to go with... Bad Medicine. We're gonna go Bad Medicine on that one. You just have to show the best one ever? In terms of significance, yes. Yes, it is. There were nothing that'll ever be able to top it. The victims on the tarp in front, the flag, the American flag, I mean, it was beautiful. I'm taking Canelo on that one. I'm going Bad Medicine on that one. What do you think of Adam Silver? He insulted his fans. I agree. We talked about it yesterday. I think he's a moron. I think Adam Silver's done everything wrong. I think Adam Silver's done everything wrong. Since banning Sterling for life, he's done everything wrong. Like, he is making it very hard to care if he doesn't care about the product. What's our mind, Pure Energy? Oh, good song. Good song. Oh, no, you're good, Smart Suck. You're good. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I was watching Sunday Baseball. Yeah, I was watching Sunday Baseball. I remember that. Plus, we're doing the Towers tonight. Wow. That is insane. All right, so we have 4 songs in the queue for karaoke, so I hope we get to all tonight. I meant to spread them over 2 weeks, but fingers crossed we get to all of them tonight. Let's spin the wheel. another time because there's no point in obviously Keller already requested Seven Nation Army. So, what's the next song that's $25? What's the next song that's 25? I'm so best. Well, you know, I'm inclined to go fact on that one. 24 Karat Magic. Whew. 24 Karat Magic is the new song that is now $25 by Bruno Mars. You want me to do some 24 Karat Magic? That is the song. As I got Keller with another two. I appreciate you, man. Steve Martin, alt version, Happy Holiday in honor of Abby passing away. Absolutely. I'll get you on the game. What I think about Stormy Man for Life, I thought it was a great move. Obviously, you can't have owners dropping racial slurs. You can't have that and making those comments when his players are black. Not that it's ever okay, but if you are in a black-dominated league with black-dominated employees and black-dominated players, you can't have an owner who is outright racist. So I had no problem with that. I thought that was a slam dunk for Sterling to do that. Oh my God, Keller gives you another 5. Holy crap. Okay. We're going to have to spin this wheel again. We're going to have to spin this wheel again. Oh, man. Whoo-wee. Whoa. My God. Who's got these? Brian, Suki, Vince, Wyatts, and Bitcoin. All right. Appreciate you guys. As members get a lot of perks. Same age, random members, explanations, and emojis in the chat. Holy cow. So I have 5 songs in there right now. Favorite Super Tramp song? Ooh, I might go Logical Song. Okay, so I'm not going to get to all these this week. Because if you want to know, X's and O's, Sure We're Going Down, Seven Nation Army, and 24 Karat Magic. We're going to spin this wheel again. While we do how many more times by Led Zeppelin? Holy cow. And obviously I got to get $75 on the Georgia-Tennessee game. Yeah, he passed away, I think 2 days ago? Wow. Alright, so I've got at least the next 2 weeks cut out for me. I'm not going to get to all of them tonight. There's no chance I'll be able to get 5 songs in. We're going to try. Let's spin this wheel again, though. Why not? Whew. This is nuts, guys. You guys are insane. All right, let's spin it again. Logical Song by Keller. Oh, man. You are coming in hot tonight. I appreciate you. Yeah, Dice Fight Merrily, he's done. He's washed. It should not be happening. This fight should not be happening. It's just not. It's not gonna be good. If it's anything like the Paul fight, it's just, my God, it sucks. Yeah, Logical Song and what else would I say? I do like Take the Long Way Home. I do like It's Raining Again. The Logical Song I think is my favorite. The way it ends is just phenomenal. I don't think Paul's that good of a fighter. I don't think Paul's a good fighter. Yep, you're not wrong, Sports Talk. Yep. Will the wheel stop on? I haven't spun it yet. I have not spun the wheel yet. Alright, here's what the wheel's going to stop on. It is going to stop on Jack and Diane. That is on there. Jack and Diane by Mellencamp. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Great song. It's a sing-along. Great song. Jack and Diane is a song that is $25 off now. As we're on the 3rd song on this wheel already. Because you guys are insane. Maybe Keller's insane. I love you guys, though. This is awesome. Obviously, I'll record all this to YouTube. I think we're going to start with Sure We're Going Down. Then we're going to do You Want to Know. Again, I have to see what other people are doing. Because obviously, if someone else does that song, I can't do it that week. I love it, like, every song, he hits the B on this. He hits it. Yeah, it sounds a lot like... Yeah, it's inspired by it. It's not the same. Come on with the tour. You'll be doing that once I get my other 5 through shortly. Okay. All right. All right, once you get 5... Yeah, once you get 5 in. Once you get 5 in, we're doing that one. Holy cow. And there it is. There it is. It's like if I got for XP. He is... Oh my goodness. Whew. You guys are nuts. Yeah, that's 25. There you go. Appreciate you, Gatmana. And that's 75 going to USC Purdue. So if I do the math right on that, I have a lot of... Yeah, they should count. I don't know why they don't. This, you make the call to see a little bit more interesting. All right, so Jack and Diane. Let's spin the wheel again. Okay, so that's 6 songs in the queue, which I am fine with. I won't be able to get to all of them this week. I can promise you I will not be able to get to it this week. Oh, Copper's likely 2 hits removed from Springfield. That would explain that then. Right, you can't own a beer corporation. Right, there's only so many chords. There's only so many beats out there. You guys are insane. I love you guys. All right, I will not be able to get all these songs in there. I'll not be able to get all these songs in there tonight. So this will be the next 2 weeks. He'll be playing through partial torn labrum. I'm assuming it's a phantom injury. It's a phantom injury. He's been playing through the whole season and no one noticed it. All right, let's spin it again. The next song, that's $25. All good going. Still appreciate you, man. The next song, again, I will get to all these songs over the next 2 weeks. Can't get them all of them tonight. Shut Up and Dance by Walk Off the Earth. Or not Walk Off the Earth. Walk the Moon. Walk Off the Earth is the cover of somebody that used to know. Shut Up and Dance. Great song. Love that one. Song from my senior year of high school. Cal with a $5. Appreciate you guys. Lumberjack here at the Yankees game tonight. All right. You are insane. Let's do that. Yeah, Walk the Moon. Yeah, Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance. Don't you dare look back, keep your eyes on me. That song. Wait, you don't know where... Yeah, you don't know where it's at. No. Chance Pelletore goes after MLB and NHL. We're just going to go where the stories take him. It's one of those, he's not looking for anything. He's just interested in the documents, and then he notices some discrepancies. I don't think he's actively like, oh, I'm going to go after MLB next, or go after the NHL next. He's not doing that. He's just looking at information. It's like how I do my videos. Yeah, Samuel Brownfold. That is true, yeah. He, and $50 for any song on the list. $50 for any song on the list. I should know it. Again, this is the list. You guys are nuts. It's just for this OT stream. Right, so the mayor may not have seen it. Yes. I get where you're going with that one. I get where you're going with that one. Your week 2 picks, yeah, you got the Dolphins as a lock. Not surprised with that. That's good, Matt. It's a good way to spend a Thursday night. Good way to spend a Thursday night. Right, there was something about Soldier Field being outside that he liked. Yeah, I mean, the Bears leaving is fine. I mean, they destroyed that stadium in the renovation. And they can host Final Fours and year-round events now. Yeah, the Broncos are seeing the wall money paying off. Thoughts on Panthers firing an employee? I was going to do a JG9 news video on that. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Let me just put this to ChatGPT really quickly and I'll get to that question. What's the first pitch? Hang on. In Colorado? Nice. So that was kind of what I was alluding to in my Twitter post today. Be very careful about what you post. That is obviously, I'm going to do a video on JG9 News about it, but basically, freedom of speech, you have every right to say that. You have the Panthers employee had every right to say that. Having said that, freedom of speech does not equal freedom of consequence. And when you're an employee of the organization, for better or for worse, you represent that organization. And if you are in PR, the whole point of PR is to try to minimize crises. Try to minimize crises and do damage control. If you're the one that's starting the fire, your job is to keep the forest free of fires or to put out fires. If you're the one that's starting the fire, that's a bad look. He has every right to say that. Do I agree with him celebrating death? Of course not. But when you are an employee of a company, freedom of speech means you can't get arrested for that. Does not mean freedom of consequence. And he had, I have no problem with the Panthers letting him go. I would have done the same thing. Panthers PR director, yeah, basically what happened, Panthers PR director posted he was happy about someone, someone dying. So, yeah, that MSNBC dude, that was like, yeah, there was nothing celebratory about that. It was like, what are you doing here? It's like, there was nothing celebratory about that. Like you can suggest that is nuts. I love that someone just like 3 separate parts. That someone's like 3 separate parts. I'm gonna get to picks in just a second. I love that someone's just like 3 separate parts. It just flowed so well. All right, so I have the Packers tonight. I've got the Cowboys, Steelers, Rams, Bills, Patriots, Bengals, Niners. Even with Mac Jones, I'll take the Niners over the Saints for now, at least. Low score game, though. Very low score game. Ravens, Lions. I'm going to say the Colts over the Broncos. I don't want it to happen, but I'm going to go Colts over the Broncos. So I don't know if that was just a thing floating around Facebook or not. I don't know if he put out a statement. If he is, that's great for him. Yeah, literally sports talk, literally. Cardinals, Eagles, Vikings, Texans, Chargers. Those are my picks. All right. Let's try this. Trying to get this ChatGPT in. All right. Yeah, Tempest. Yes, I'm wrong on that one. Wentz was the best player, person on Dolphins staff now, and they're cooked. Yeah. Yeah. He stayed healthy. He would have been in the Hall of Fame. He stayed healthy. He would be a Hall of Famer. You know, in the Niners' luck, Jones gets us a forced to trade for Cousins. I just need Jones to play in the Jaguars game. I just need that to happen. All right. Cena Stotney. Okay, let's see the English translation. It does. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously, you can't like money wise, they'll be fine, but obviously you can't replace the someone losing a father. You can't replace that. This feels like an Asia song. The intro of this feels like an Asia song. Anytime I've heard it, they said multiple weeks. Whatever that means. It's like 5 now State Division rivals. I'm doing it right, Jonathan. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Timber's been more that is true. He has been more hands off as of late. Or at least I wouldn't be Mac Jones. Yes. Right now, I had a feeling that with everything. I had a feeling. Most hated non-division rivals. I'm going to say Chiefs, Patriots, Rams, 49ers, and Bills. Yeah, no, yeah. Right, I had a feeling on that one. You're good, everything. You're good. You're good. You have a song for $25 to Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. This is such a very 80s beat. I love it. Right, no, exactly, Bobby. Exactly. Why the Patriots? Because the Super Bowl 39, Super Bowl 52. No, of the Eagles, Nick. Of the Eagles. Of the Eagles. Switcher thing? I don't know. I don't know if people care so much about that. Just the Judge played it. It would make a lot of sense. Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. Oh, no, not summer. No. When New Mexico, UCLA, I'm not trusting UCLA with anything right now. I would say New Mexico. I don't trust UCLA to anything. You know, the songs that we currently have in the queue for karaoke. Oh, that guitar solo in the 16th notes? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm the same way, Sports Song. I think I did that earlier. Inactives announced, no significant injury for other team. Yep, most hated team for all 4 teams in the NFC East. I think it's the Cowboys for every team in that division. For the Cowboys, it'll probably be the Eagles. But for every other team, Giants hate the Cowboys, Commanders hate the Cowboys, Eagles hate the Cowboys, and then the arrow for Cowboys, it goes to the Eagles. It always bites the Rams. But not as bad as the Niners right now. How's it going, Miles? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, the lyrics of this song, wow. Very, very graphic of yeah, flee or you're gonna die. Wow. But the beat is insane. The beat on this is insane. It's not your state team, something, yeah. Yeah, that makes, yeah. Although it should be at home then. It really should be in DC. But you say going 2-10 now with FBS game this year. I'm not sure that's a hot take based on the way they played so far. I'm not sure that's a hot take. I would love that if Ilmayaba just when it was that poor. I would love that. All right, hang on. No, he's not. He should have been fired last year. Should have been fired last year. They were so unprepared last year. I meant 0-12. Oh, 0-12. Oh, that's a bit of a hot take. Yeah. Legitimately angry at a game. I threw something across the room. Oh, it's been a while. I mean, I threw the water bottle during the Ben Johnson thing. Probably like Jaguars, Ravens 2016. Least favorite teams. Bills, Dolphins, and Jets. Amen on that one, Jonathan. Amen on that one. All right, Abby Holiday, Steve Martin. The Niners lose. It's a panic level 1 to 10. It depends on Purdy's injury. Can I reach my door? I can't even see my door. I can reach my office door. I can't reach like the far door. The former question. No, to this door, it's not a hard throw at all. To my main door, I can't even see it. It'd be a blind shot. It'd be like I have to go like sidearm. But yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, that went off. Yeah, that went off the wall and it reached there. Yeah, I don't know if I could reach that door with this angle. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you tuning in. Nico was cooked and he cooked himself. Yep, and he screwed himself over for the NFL. Good riddance. How would that Ben Johnson been if I was a Bears fan? A lot more F-bombs. I came close. A lot more F-bombs. A lot more screaming. A lot more screaming. Doesn't sell players only. I mean, that's always a good sign in week 1 if you're holding a players only meeting. That's always a really good sign. Yeah, the same. Yeah, yeah. That is one of the old time. Yeah, he's undraftable. He's undraftable. He's not even like draftable in terms of talent, let alone character. Yeah, I mean, if that was my rant for 2 NFC teams, just imagine if that happened in like a game involving like the Texans or something. Saturday night's game, my usual Eagles streamer is Commanders fan who comes in and trolls us. We're in the Super Bowl and destroying the Commanders on that way. It's not determined at all. You appreciate the enthusiasm. Yeah, there's a rant of the moment out there by Bears fan who knew the rules. I hope so too. I need to find one because I think that was like my all-time greatest rant. Yeah, I'm supposed to get Chris from him either. Man, I love the ChatGPT with the fingers. That was incredible. Tariq Hill, yeah, he's done. At least for the Dolphins, he's done. I don't know if it's done forever, but he is, at least for the Dolphins, he is done. And the Jags, I wouldn't cry, but I would lose my mind. I would be like hyperventilating during that rant. I'd be hyperventilating. Like I would legit need to have my inhaler to continue the rant. I mean, I was getting to that point with the Bears. I don't even care about the Bears. They're in a different conference. Bears-Vikings means nothing to me as a Jaguar fan in terms of that. So if I was doing that for I think that the frustrating part was that I was going over it for the whole time, and the fact that it happened last year. Who's straight for the outfield drama? Maybe the Chiefs. Dolphins get Hill fact fiction. I'm gonna say fiction. They'll find a trade partner. They'll just get anything they can. If Liam come in the kickover soon, would I quit? I don't know what I would do. I really don't know what I'd do. Go and coach his butt off on Sunday. I like the harmony. It feels very Taylor Swiftish. I definitely hear the Taylor Swift influence on this song. Like the folklore Evermore influence. Even like the production, like with the vocals. No, the guitar playing feels very folklore, and the production with the vocals are very TTPD. Every inch of a Walmart floor, including the restroom, eat the contents of porta potty after a concert. Licking. I'd rather do the licking. I mean, they're both disgusting, but I'm not eating poop. Greer should train to the Bills, and the promise has to be a locker room cancer to ruin their season. Believe me, you don't want the Bills to get a deep threat, potentially. You don't want that. Trevor asking for Waffle? I did not see that. I know he loves Waffle House. I know he went to the Waffle House after the 27-0 game. Right, you don't want to play an angry Dan Campbell. You do not. You do not. Must win for the Lions on Sunday. I don't know about must win, but starting 0-2 when every other team in the division has at least one win, not a good way to start. I think the fact you're 0-2 against the division, I don't want to say must win, but yeah, it's pretty close to a must win. It's pretty close in week 2, because if you start 0-2 in the division, you are behind the 8 ball. You lose players if you're not careful. I don't know about that. He's a very feisty, players-oriented guy. I mean, he didn't lose to players when they were terrible, when they started off 0-11 or whatnot. Yeah, Tyreek, I think it's going to be a Chief. I think it's going to be a Chief. All right, Logical Song, Supertramp. My favorite song by them. The build-up and the harmonies at the very end of this are incredible. Yeah, rest in peace to a phenomenal artist. They had some absolute bangers of songs. Must have for the Lions and the Bears. I would agree with that. Whoever starts 0-2 is in some serious trouble. Right, he knows to maintain the locker room. Yeah, the fact he didn't lose the locker room after starting 0-11 or whatnot, and the year after they started, 1-6? So Ben John's questions. Well, they're never going to go away until... I mean, they go away with Sirianni until he actually did something. Yeah, how to make sense? Like, yeah, I can do better than Chris and Aaron Andrews. I will say, Aaron Andrews is good at her job. I don't know where those comments came from. I think she was way off base, and I think she's a hypocrite, but she's very good at her job. Krista Thompson, obviously not. I think Aaron Andrews is very good at her job. Take a 40-hour break from all news. Oh, Satan, you were off yesterday, Satan? You were off? Oh, God. Right, but they were real at 10 lines of more expectations now? I guess that's fair. How do you manage... Like, Coughlin lost the locker room in 2000 after they had expectations and they fell apart. I guess that's fair. Yeah, Dolphins... Yeah, in your Madden game, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Favorite song reporter... I like Wolfson. I'll probably go Tracy Wolfson. I also really like Washburn. He doesn't do it a lot, but I do like Evan Washburn. Schrager is also very good on the sideline when he does the reports. Without Hutchinson, the Lions' defense is useless. Yeah, we learned that very quickly last year. They just get too banged up. McGrath's good too, yeah. McGrath's really good. You quite possibly, yeah. Well, just an ordinary crap. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Yeah, Colin lost the locker room like 3 times in New York. Vermeil lost the locker room, like many times. Vermeil, I've got a great story about Vermeil when the time comes. Just highlighting how good of a person he is. Like a crazy story that could never happen today. You might see with the Mike Joy comment, Keyboard Warriors, yeah. And like at the end of the day, you're like, yes, it is work to be a center report. Obviously, you can tell it it's going to go one or a bad one. You can tell. Like, and Andrew's very good at a job. But at the end of the day, looking at the game, asking a coach questions about the game, remembering the answers, and then just saying what the coach told you, regurgitating that, it's not like that hard in the grand scheme of things compared to other stuff. It's not that hard, especially if you're making millions of dollars. I just think you should be allowed to criticize anything, even if you're not a star player. You should be allowed to criticize that. Now, there's a difference between pretending like you know it all about it, but like pretending you know the inner workings. But I think her comments were very out of line. How many times did Cuff lose locker room in Jacksonville? He basically lost them so much that he got them back because the players united together for a common enemy. Like, it's almost like, like movies are good, bad, awful, and then they can be so awful they go back to being good. That was sort of Tom Coughlin, if that makes sense. Not in New York. He eased up in New York, but in Jacksonville. Like, you have coaches that you want to run through a brick wall for. You have coaches that you do not get motivated at all by. You have coaches that you hate. And then you have coaches that you despise so much that everyone on the team unites together because they hate their coach that much that he goes back to getting the locker room back because the team chemistry is at an all-time high. That's sort of what happened with Tom Coughlin. We learned that in Camp Coughlin back in 95. Oh, Chris Summon, yes. He doesn't really do reviews anymore, though. He doesn't really do reviews. That was Herb Brooks. That was the other thing with Herb Brooks. I watched a segment a while ago. He stopped making reviews. Because he's making that independent movie that has like a big background. I'm excited to see it. Why they hire Coughlin back? Well, Coughlin was hired back in Jacksonville to run the front office. Right, he makes movies there, yeah. Yeah, I was watching at the time he had the locker room and something else. Yeah, it was a story every day, yep. Yeah, Coughlin, comes out next month? Yeah, because I knew it was a horror movie, so I figured it would come out in October. I'm excited for that one. I'm happy for him. There's very few guys that are movie critics on YouTube that then go out and actually make a movie themselves and it's actually good. And the fact that this seems like it's going to be pretty good, I'm excited. I'll have to check it out. I'm not really a horror guy, but I'll have to see if it's playing. I'll have to check it out because I do want to support the guy. He seems like a super nice guy, and I did love his reviews back in the day. I get why he stopped making reviews. Obviously, yeah, Shelby Oaks, yep. I get why he stopped making the reviews because obviously if you're criticizing movies and you're in the industry, you don't want to like rub people the wrong way. I get that. But I'm excited to see how this one goes. Very, very entertaining critic back in the day. For Scuball, that'll be an interesting game. You got to see an ace at least. You got to see Scuball, who is phenomenal. But yeah, they hire Coughlin back to run the front office, to like make player decisions. And they basically, Shad Khan realized very early on, okay, I hired Gus Bradley, hired Dave Caldwell. I know nothing about football. I'm not a football guy. I know nothing about it. I want a guy who knows football, that everyone can report to him on stuff instead of me. So I don't want to be the guy that you report to. I want there to be a football guy that you report to. And Coughlin's an absolute legend. So let's bring him in. He's a proven winner. He knows Jacksonville. This team needs discipline. They were so disciplined last year. Coughlin instills discipline. Let's bring him in. And for the first year, it worked. And then he alienated every single player. And basically ran everyone out of town. And 25% of the grievances filed by the players from 2017 to 2019 came in Jacksonville. 32 teams in the league. So if you do the math on that, the average team should be filing about 3% of the grievances. And the Jags are firing 25% of the grievances. Jonathan with a 5, appreciate you, man. Lone Bear gets a lecture from Uncle Ben from Spider-Man 1. Lone Bear does let's take control of the car. Oh, the great power comes great responsibility. Oh, let's go. Which game do you want, Jonathan? Appreciate you, man. I watch a football horror movie film him. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. How's it going, Tim? Appreciate you tuning in. Jags ticket price, how much did they rise? I don't know. I mean, we didn't really go to a lot of games, so. I mean, they went up. They did go up. Which makes sense. But they did go up. Which game you want, Jonathan? Appreciate you a ton of them. You already over $100 on this one. You almost 10 times the expected grievances. Yeah. I mean, you're a stats guy. You notice trends. I mean, that's what you do. You look at the trends. You notice there's a problem with that. You notice there's a problem. You notice that if one team is filing 25% of the grievances across the period, that, basically the NFLPA had to put out a statement saying, do not sign in Jacksonville. And they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were. Double price? I don't know about double price, but it rose like a solid, I think like 12%. Like, the NFLPA basically put out a statement saying, do not sign here. Try to see if I find the exact statement. Like, Fowler got fined $700K, and then Tom Fournette got fined, and it was rescinded. Trying to find the graphic. Jackson's got several in 2018, though. Arrogance ever winning nothing. I mean, we've never experienced it before. There's no act like you've been there. We've never been there before. We have no idea what it... We have no idea what... Like, we had no idea what it sounded like. And also, we built off of Jalen Ramsey. And Jalen Ramsey just talked trash about everything. We went after him. We went with him. Hackett, I liked him in 2017, but 2018, absolutely not. 2018, I absolutely not. 2018, he way too conservative with his game planning, and Bortles looked so much worse. All right, let's get the ChatGPTs. I see Michael with a $5. Email. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, I'm just going to keep the clock running. I'm not going to reset the time, only because, obviously, I do have a hard out with this one. We got Josh out. We did. It worked out in the end, to some extent. I should reset the time, and anything that happens, we'll just put to the next OT stream, because we're going to do an OT stream tomorrow. But I just want to see if I could... I did find it. So, basically, Coughlin did so much crap in Jacksonville that the NFLPA put out a statement. It should be noted that the Jaguar players continue to be at odds with Jaguars management over the rights under the CBA far more than players on other clubs. In the last 2 years, more than 25% of the grievances... Right, no, it's tonight. Tomorrow we're going to do one before. 25% of the grievances filed by players in the entire league have been filed against the Jaguars. You as players may want to consider this when you have a chance to select your next club. This is the crap we had to deal with in Jacksonville. The NFLPA was saying, do not sign here. The NFLPA was basically saying, in no uncertain terms, do not come to Jacksonville. I don't care how much money they give you. You're going to lose it in fines. Do not come to Jacksonville. I also said the fans and teams have good amount of success in their history of mock Jags fans. Oh, I completely get it. I completely get it. Are you seeing the band? Yes, I am. Yeah, tomorrow night I'm seeing the band. Tomorrow night I'm seeing the band. Give a song for $25 to shut up and dance. We got some ChatGPTs to get to. Give me a second here. Now I'll add the time in later for the next one. Also have Fitchers canceled. 4 games canceled. Wow. Wow. I'm shocked they still have a season at this point. I am shocked they still have a season. Did I hate the NFLPA? No. They have a right to protect their players. Did I hate them for that? No. No, they have a right to protect their players. If everyone's getting fined and the fines keep getting rescinded, yeah, NFL called the Jags make the best organization, so is the NFLPA. Yep, pretty much. Jerry Jones is the worst NFL owner currently. He is pretty bad. Woody Johnson's up there. Haslam. But Jones is pretty bad right now. But I get it. I mean, you got to protect your players. And obviously what Coughlin was doing was violating every rule in the book. I mean, I wanted Coughlin gone. When the FLPA put out that statement, we fired Coughlin the next day. So, I didn't hate him for that. I was like, we needed Coughlin to go because we were alienating everyone. Like, it clearly was not working out. That statement was the straw that broke the camel's back. Which means, we didn't lose out on anyone. We didn't lose out on anyone. Because the statement came out on, like, December 18th, and we fired Coughlin December 19th. So, We didn't really lose out on anyone. The problem with Shotgun is he doesn't do anything until it gets past the point of no return. And we saw that with the Trent Baalke firing, saw that with the Urban Meyer firing, saw that with the Tom Coughlin firing. He doesn't do anything unless it gets past the point of no return. And that was one of those. How the team handle super short week with our Thursday night? Monday, you don't practice. Tuesday, you practice. Wednesday, you practice / fly to the game. And Thursday, do the game. Does Hassel intensity? I think he does. That's what's on Fox. Man, if the Mets lose this game and they get swept, this gets a lot more interesting. Because right now, when you look at the standings, the Mets are only 2 up on the Reds, 2 up on the Giants, 3.5 up on the D-backs. And the D-backs and Giants play each other next week. So, they play a 3-game series. So, someone's got to win those. What's also nice, too, what's also concerning, I should say, for the Mets, is that the D-backs play the Phillies, the Dodgers, and the Reds are back in playoff hunt. The Phillies, the D-backs, and I'm not getting my hopes up, but this should concern the Mets. This should concern them. This should absolutely concern the Mets. The final, everybody's on fire. I'll just wait for the rain to put it out. Yep. If you look at the D-backs schedule, their final 3 series: Phillies, Dodgers, Padres. So you might be saying to yourself, wait, why is that a concern for the Mets? Those are really tough games. Dodgers, Padres, Phillies, those are some of the best teams in baseball. That's 9 games against maybe the 3 of the top 4 teams in the National League. Why is that a concern that the Diamondbacks end with seemingly murderer's row? Well, because they might not have anything to play for. There might be some hangover games. Basically, there might be a game where the Dodgers... What's the standings in the NL West right now? Yeah, the Dodgers are up by 3 games. There might be a game here where the Dodgers clinch the division. Like, clinch it September 24th. They party. They get drunk in the locker room. They celebrate. And they put out a hangover lineup the 25th. Padres might clinch a playoff spot and then put a hangover lineup. They might not play some of their guys. Phillies might have a hangover game. They'll still play their guys, but if the Phillies win this series, they have a chance to clinch during the D-back series. Clinch the division during the D-back series. So you might get 3 hangover games, 2 games against B lineups. Like, the D-backs have, on paper, this is murderer's row. But it might not be that way in actuality. And obviously, Giants D-backs, someone's got to win those games. So if the Mets lose this series, I mean, they lost the series already. If they get swept, they're in some serious trouble. Greatest game, Ravens-Bills. So that's a legit greatest game. That is a legitimate one of the greatest games of all time. Could the Rangers be dangerous if they make it? I mean, I like Merrill Kelly a lot. I think you have an ace like that on the mound? Absolutely. Hang on. Oh, we got this ChatGPT's in. Then we get to go. Again, $25 for Shop and Dance. We're going to do the game in an hour between the Packers and the Crowns. So I just want to double check, make sure I can watch the game on Prime. So I want to make sure I get that. It's also what I love about the Prime games is that I'm in sync with everyone. I'm in sync with you guys. I'm not like 40 seconds behind. But the Mets still have the Cubs and Padres left. That is true. When do they play? Obviously, they don't play the Padres the final week. But do they have hangover games? Do the Mets play hangover games? They don't play hangover games. Padres won't be a hangover. The 16th, 17th, 18th, they're going to play. The Cubs could potentially be a hangover game. Potentially be a hangover. Because that is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So they could have one hangover game. But the D-backs have potentially like 3 or 4. How do you know what happens in every game? I mean, I've part of it is I have the TVs on. I have every game going on. Every game is going on my screens. I am constantly moving my eyes. Obviously, the Jaguar game comes first, but I'm moving my eyes around during the breaks in the Jaguar game and whatnot. Also, I do follow a lot of reporters on Twitter. And I have a good pulse of those fan bases. And if something keeps happening, I'll take notice of it. The other thing too is, and some of it's thanks to you guys. I mean, some of it, I'm at the point where I am big enough, and you guys trust me enough, and you guys, I have enough of an audience where people will just message me and be like, "Hey, did you see this? Did you see this?" And sometimes there is stuff that just slips me, and you guys keep me honest, and you're like, "Did you see this? You gotta take a look at this." And I'm like, "Oh wait, what happened here?" And I'm like, "Oh, that is really bad." Yeah. So that's part of it. So it's a combination of everything. Obviously I watch all the games. It's why I don't leave my my office, or don't leave Phoenix during football season anymore. Like, I have to take something very unique and special for me to do that. Even in New York, I mean, New York's different because New York, I have the TV still around me. So, I mean, it's why I will never be in a place where I can't have all the TVs on, if that makes sense. Like, have a setup. So, that's part of why. That's part of how I know. That's a good question. Then, obviously, the primetime games, I've watched enough football where, like, in terms of the stuff that, like, I do watch, in terms of, like, the main game, I have a pretty good gauge. Losing one seed is a possibility. It is. Yeah, it's Richmond at UNC. Yeah. Did I put the logos in wrong? I put the logos in wrong, didn't I? It's away at home for everything except for, wow. That's on me. A wedding is not one of them. Nope. I did that once. I'll never do it again. I will never. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just, if it's in Arizona, different story. Obviously, if it's in Arizona, that's a different story. If it's in New York, it's a different story. But I just, with how my work is, I just can't travel for anything out of season. Or in season, I should say. That's all it comes down to. I need to have my setup. Because I got stressed. Like, I legitimately had, like, a panic attack when I, like, went to the wedding. Like, not at the wedding, but, like, in the hotel room, I, like, had a panic attack. I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Have watched the Commander's helmet? Yes, I do. Yeah, you just can't see it because of the blockage. But, yeah. We've got throwback football team. We got Skins football team Commanders. I got the black, the all black, and then the salute to service helmets. Then Packers, it's all the pack. So this is the setup. As long as we're skipping the walk around, I'm fine because we constantly struggled and crashed out. Why, we're so good last year against the Mets the year before they get to D-backs. I'm talking about myself as your own boss and regular boss for me. You gotta have that discipline though. It's one of those where you have to have that discipline if you're gonna be your own boss. If you don't have that discipline, you're never gonna make it as your own boss. Like, I could do the 9 to 5. I could do that, work 40 hours a week. But I work double that. I absolutely work double that. I'm doing 40 hours a week just on stream at this point. Let me mute you on. That's what I want to give. Yeah. You guys have seen. I'm doing like 40 hours every 4 days on my streams during peak season. So, how's it going, Matthew? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate being here. We're in overtime right now. $25 for Shut Up and Dance. Yeah, Packers have not had a lot of helmets. Packers, it's very... Not that they should ever change it. We're not even streaming a game. We're not even... You went to the wrong stream, bots. The game stream is a different stream. You went to the wrong stream. Come on, defense attorney? No, I was thinking about the agent route. You're the only stream guy I pay attention to because you got a style that's appealing to the message, unique and refreshing. I appreciate that a ton. I appreciate you a ton on that. Yeah, Packers were more uniform. Yeah, you're the only YouTuber where 3 hours stream was short. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said yesterday was when I was chatting with Caleb. I said yesterday, it was like, this is like nothing. It was like a 5-hour stream. And he's like, how do you do it? I'm like, this is nothing. I'm like, this is like an off day for me. NC State game right now. I can throw it on. At least interviews Nagy, Spagnuolo. Yeah. I would love if they hired Spagnuolo. I would love it. Just hire a 7-year-old who failed so miserably the first time. The winter warning helmet. Yeah, the Packers do the winter warning helmets. I mean, I do like it. I wish it was a bit more yellow, but I get why they want to make it as white as possible. It looks very throwback. I think they... Obviously, the gold trim didn't come in until later. It looks very throwback, so I do like that. I gotta say, I do like the helmet. Yeah, I'll have to I don't know if I'll get one of those winter warning helmets. I don't know if I'll get those. I do like them. Right, he's one of the best CEOs of all time, but he was so bad as a head coach. And obviously, he's in his 70s, right? What is he, 68 right now? He's 65. Yeah, if you want to give a guy a head coaching job who will be 66 by the time he gets the job, and be my guest on that one. Yeah, Packers wearing all white is going to be very weird. Yeah, like the rivals unis are going to throw me off. The rivals unis are what's really going to get me. So it's like, oh, this does not look anything like the team I know. I'm very scared to see what happens with the Jaguars in 26. The Chicago Cardinals throwbacks? They don't even sell any throwback gear in the pro shop. I don't expect that to happen. They don't even, like, honor their history that well. Yeah, the Cardinals do such a poor job honoring history. They have no mention of the fact they made the Super Bowl. They have no mention of that fact. When you go on, you stroll through the concourses and shows you the history of the Cardinals, they have, like, a whole paragraph about their 1988 season, how they started off 7-4 and beat the Niners at the last second and all that. They have nothing about the 2008 season. What was the moment I decided I want to do this as a profession? Ooh. And then new blue throwback were an Illinois-style Brown Summit. I do like that. I do like that. So the moment I decided, I mean, you don't really get to decide on this. It's one of those where, like, obviously, if the money's not coming in, you can't do it as a profession. But during COVID, I always had in the back of my mind, what if I could do this? What if I could do this in the back of my mind? Like, what if I could be one of those guys who just talk sports for a living? During COVID, it really was like, okay, I have, like, all the time in the world now. There's no excuses. Let's do something with my life. And let's do... Yeah, I've on the wrong side. Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, that was a goof on my end. But the moment I really decided was during COVID, I saw the view count go up and the subscribers go up, and I saw money. Not a lot of money. It was like $2 a day, but it was something. And I was like, okay, maybe if I can ramp this up, there might be something here. And really, I think it was right around April of 21 where I really start to think, okay, maybe this actually is not a dream anymore. Maybe this could actually happen. And then by May, I was like, okay, just get me out of here with law school. Get me out of here. Let's do this. I had an offer. I actually had an offer to be I had an offer with DC United. I had an offer with DC United to be their summer, like, it was remote, so it was fine, but their summer, like, legal extern. I had an offer. And if that offer came 3 weeks earlier, I probably would have taken it. If it came 3 weeks earlier. Yeah, well, the Titans ones were fine. The Jaguars ones sucked with those unis. Yeah, 10-year anniversary of the OE Cardinals. Fits for the only Cardinals still playing on the team. Yeah. Made the right choice? Yep. Life is about choice. Everyone's on the wrong one. Amen to that. Amen to that. I saw money. Well, obviously, I can't do this if it's free. If I'm making no money, I obviously can't do it for a living. I can do it as a hobby. I would still do it as a hobby. Not to the extent I do it now, but it would be able to work like 80 hours on a hobby, but yeah. So, but the law degree did pay off. Obviously, I use the copyright stuff every day. Thoughts on what Dez and Lamar said? I didn't see what Lamar said. I did see what Dez said. I think he was right on the money. That's what I remember with what he said. He's right. I know he obviously condemned the violence. Why both games on? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I know he condemned the violence. But yeah, Nabi. Right, not a bad idea at all. No, I have a very good fallback plan, obviously. When I first got to football, I considered being a Packers fan. Since I was a huge Brett Favre fan. We won a few rings by now, but it's finally going to work out. It's finally going to work out for you. It seems like you're on the up and up with the Commanders. Damn, what the pregame talking about September 11th? Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of things tonight, like, where were you? It's really, like now, a lot of players were not alive when it happened. Maybe a little storm without me, yeah. Well, if I had to work, I wouldn't be streaming. I only started streaming after law school was done because I just didn't have the time. It was like, I can't stay up. Like, I have to work on the videos. I can't stay up late and do streams. Last time Bucks won in Houston, I know 03 they won. I know 2003 they won. I don't know if that was in Houston or not, but I know they won in 03. Packers, Mount Rushmore, Fall Guys better than Among Us. They're both fun games. They're both really fun games. Among Us, it depends on the lobby. Among Us is fun, but it depends on the lobby. Mount Rushmore, the Packers. You got to go Rodgers, you got to go Favre, you got to go Starr, and you got to go Hudson. That's my Mount Rushmore. That's our 4-0. Oh boy. They scored more runs, or the same number of runs already as I did all of the last 3 games combined. It's crazy to think about. Correct answer is never. Okay, so 03 was in Tampa. Oh, we're not counting coaches in that. If we're counting coaches, obviously Lombardi's up there. Obviously, if we're counting coaches, Lombardi is in there. Yeah, but just be great and want to be great. Yep, Grace doesn't happen. You're just great. We do. I appreciate that a ton. How's it going, Chris? Go, Pack, go. We got the emojis in there as well for the Packers. We do have that. This includes the Oilers. Oh, God. That's insane. That includes the Oilers. Okay, no quarterbacks. Hudson. Reggie White. Man. Those are the 2 obvious ones. I'm thinking Jim Taylor. I'm thinking Forrest Gregg. You could go Charles Woodson. You could go Nitschke. I'm fine going Nitschke, actually. Paul Horning is a good fit. Nitschke's a really good fit. Take Taylor out, put Nitschke out. No, I'm not sure about Lofton. They never won with Lofton. They never really did anything with Lofton. He was great, but they never did anything with Lofton. Sterling didn't play long enough. Great player, didn't play long enough. With how deep that team is. Should I was concerned with CeeDee Lamb for week 1? No, I think it was just a fluke. I think the game was just a fluke. Just a fluke game. Probably not, Tanner. Probably just the stats available at disposal will not be that great. All right, let's do some ChatGPT in. Bama have any chance? Yes, I think they do. I think they do. If they can get pressure. Again, Simpson was terrible under pressure in week 1. If you get pressure on him, you're fine. If you don't get pressure, that's the issue. All right, Little Brown Bear and Caillou are at the Yankee game. This Yankee game. The Yankees are up to bat. Little Brown Bear and Caillou are watching. It's too loud. I can't even hear myself. What? Leroy Butler, that's a good pick as well. These seats are too high. I can see the clouds. I wanted to sit next to the players. And there's no air conditioning up here. There's no air conditioning outdoors. I'm sweating through my fur. Hot dog vendor walks by. Hot dog, get your hot dogs here. Wait, why do you have chicken nuggets? Kid, this is a baseball game, not a dare care. Also, I'm a hot dog vendor. I only sell hot dogs. I wanted popcorn, not this meat tube. He chucks a hot dog into the crowd. Chaos erupts as mustard flies into someone's beer. Antonio Freeman? No, definitely not. Great player, but definitely not on the Mount Rushmore. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the stadium, Trump is watching the madness unfold. I can't do the voice. What's going on up there? Are those cartoon children? Yes, sir. General mission. Were I impressed with how the Cowboys play? Yes, I was impressed with Sean Hyman's management. Yes, I was. Disgusting. Could never be me. Games being Seattle Tanners in advance. I know with the 2040. I mean, the 2040 one's insane. I'll do some crazy home and homes. I think Ohio State, I've got one against Washington State that I gotta do at some point. I'll do a video on that. And I have a Tennessee Cal video coming up in a little bit. Meanwhile, Caillou is taking off his shoes and sobbing into his shoes after not being able to get chicken nuggets. Why is the sun so bright? Who invented the sun? Screw this. I want to go to the gift shop. They'll be sold out on my size. I just know it. Caillou punches back the seat and someone turns around. Hey, teach your weird ball cousin some manners. Oh, I now want to see... Oh. Yeah, let me say it was a great stadium to visit. It was everything I could have asked for. Same as a chance. Now I want to see Phillies, Karen, and Caillou at a baseball game together, fighting for a ball. Now I want to see that. Now I want to see Philly's Karen and Caillou fighting for a baseball together. Yeah, he did make one of the greatest catches. He did what catch? One of the greatest plays of all time. He's not my cousin, and I'm not weird. I just misunderstood. He then launches a pretzel in the crowd, hits a security guard in the ear. We got a situation, section 345. 2 unsupervised animated minors causing a level 4 tantrum. Deploy the net. This is why I only watch cartoons at Mar-a-Lago. Quiet cartoons like Scooby-Doo. Great dog. Great American. God. The best dog there ever was. Some would say a mystery solver. Okay, has a foam finger on each hand. I guess he stole a foam finger as waving them around. I'm a windmill. Whoosh. What got me to see? I don't know. I actually don't know. Was it Beastquake? There's no mascot here to take a selfie with. They don't have a mascot. What kind of circus is this? He grabs a fan's beer and pours it on the ground. So he's now they're just throwing like food all over the place. Oh my god! What? What? Throws a beer on the ground. Now it smells like Daddy's Sunday couch time. Oh my gosh! Caillou's dad's an alcoholic. What? That's allowed? Caillou's dad's an alcoholic. Oh my god. Joe the Fire, Philly's Cavern, Swati Quartet. Oh my goodness. You ever see the James Austin Johnson thing of Scooby-Doo? You ever see the Scooby-Doo impression? I mean, that was great. That's a great quote. Finally, security gets to them. The Secret Service gets them. All right, time to go. You can't make us leave. We're the main characters. 43. Ooh, Boris is alcoholic. They both go limp as they try to... Yeah, explains a lot about the Maple Leafs. The guards try and drag him out. And Trump raises Diet Coke. Oh, they're gone now. It's a peace and quiet. A hot dog flies into the suite window and smears ketchup across the glass. You gotta be kidding me. This is worse than... And I've had my fair share of people trying to come after me, but this is a new low. Yeah, we're gonna be different on Sunday. Yep, I bet. Next up, Little Brown Bear with Uncle Ben. Yeah, Super Bowl's going too far. Yep, Super Bowl's going too far apparently. Super Bowl was so close from the 80s to now. Wow, I feel old. Little Bear is stomping. I'm so bored. There's nothing to do. Mommy won't let me eat cupcakes for breakfast, and Daddy says I can't watch TV all day. Uncle Ben is in the room. Meanwhile, remember, Little Brown Bear, with great power comes great responsibility. What does that even mean, Uncle Ben? Sounds boring. Power should be for fun stuff, not chores and bedtime brushing my stupid teeth. I thought you died like 3 movies ago also. Are we rebooting you? I don't need your advice. I'm a grown bear. I'm 4. Little Bear tiptoes toward the Oldsmobile. He's wearing his sunglasses. If I have power, then I can drive this car. That's what power's for. He hotboxes the car. This is going to be so awesome. Would he throw water on fans who disagree with him? I don't know. I don't know. NC State, Wake Forest. I have NC State. I'm not pressed Wake Forest for this season. I have NC State. He drives down the road. He can't see anything. Zoom, out my way, slowpokes. Beep him up. Bear on the loose. I love how just as I said, Wake Forest turns the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Literally, right as I said that, the first play, 12 seconds in, opening kickoff touchdown for Wake Forest. Good job. I'm still sticking with my pick. He smashed on a trash can and the mailbox and on him. Oopsie. Yeah, whatever. I'm still winning. I have all the power. Lumber then pulls to the lot of a grocery store and can't hit the brakes in time. Oh no, Uncle Ben's gonna be so mad. But maybe if I pretend I'm sleepwalking, he'll give me cookies anyways. Or hot wires. No, not hot boxes. Hot wire. Hot wire the car. Hot wire, not hot box. Uncle Ben is now sitting silently, looking out the window at his car. Little Brown Bear. My car. What? Don't worry, it's got character now. And I didn't technically die, so it's fine. I had the power to drive, and I did. I had a responsibility to not die, and I didn't. You literally ignored everything I said about power and responsibility. Yep, you said some stuff, and I said, nah. That's called freedom. Now make me waffles or I'll drive into your house next. But you live with me. Exactly. Oh boy, Lone Bears. It's a loose cannon. It's a loose cannon. Alright, let me see. Alright. Next up, we got 2 more things in the queue. I'm going to check the time. Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Yeah. And obviously, we're going to be live for the game coming up in a few minutes. Where does Little Ben and Uncle Ben fit into the Talking Bear mythos? I don't know. I don't know. I guess Little Brown Bear lives in France. France is in the world. So is New York City. New York, Spider-Man. Uncle Ben lives in New York. So I guess it's possible. I don't know how. They encounter each other on a subway and just... I don't know. But next up we got Frazen. Episode of Frazen. Here we go. The crew teleports back from Dublin. Roger, you got that look. Spit it out. Hey, you're being sued by Rob. On what grounds? Crimes against trolls? I remember watching Super Bowl 47 being so happy the Ravens won. I don't blame you. Yeah, and 10th division rival loses. It's always fun. I'm lucky. I never really got to see any of the teams I hated win a Super Bowl, which is nice. On what grounds? Crimes against trolls? Emotional distress, defamation, lost dignity. Joe, they're not fired. Appreciate you, man. The whining will take over The Apprentice and get fired. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Let's do that. You guys are awesome. This Soaps period's been nuts so far. Who's representing them? The Joker? Close. Lionel Hutz. And we get Matlock. This will be a bloodbath. Meanwhile, Judge Philip Banks presides. Court is now in session. Your Honor, my client has been humiliated, mocked, taped to bottles, cast as a global fool. He is a fool. Just give him snub titles. Mr. Hutz, call your witnesses. Mr. Carson, describe the trauma FSN caused you. They mocked me, ruined me, my reputation's in tatters. Sir, before FSN, reputation consisted of racial slurs, fake accounts, and leprechaun cosplay, correct? Yes. There wasn't really reputation to the fame here, was there? Not a good start. Meanwhile, now, George Carlin cross-examining. Mr. Carlin, do you insult my clients on broadcast? Constantly, it's my cardio. Tell us in your own words what you think of Mr. Carson. Nick Flablorni quando floon. I was hoping you'd do that. You're mocking the process. No, I'm mocking you. The process is fine. You're just the clown juggling paper like cotton candy. Do you think this helps your case? I don't need to tell my case. Rob is my case. Exhibit A. A whining POS in human form. Michael's on the stand now. You orchestrated the scouts, didn't you? I didn't orchestrate it. I conducted it. Frank's my lead instrument. And Carl's the bass section. Yeah, the goat's in court as well. You know, Schuyler's on the stand. Mr. Hutt. Mr. Schuyler, you and Mick, yo. I thought lawsuit meant Rob wanted to date us. You're so stupid you think litigation is Tinder. Jesus Christ, how do you not know? You're probably fair better. Yeah, you're probably not wrong on that one. Well, Frank and Carl now on the stand. Mr. Frank, did you humiliate my client? I do good. And I do better. Oh, this is not going well. Meanwhile, Miss Carson, you admit FSN mock Rob? I don't care about Rob. All I know is Tua would have scored 300 in court, too. She's got Tua Tourette's. Everything Tua. Sit down before you turn this into Dolphins hour, Summer. You're done. Now, Jackson's on the stand now. Mr. McMahon, are you complicit? I'm complicit in reality. Trevor Lawrence better than Tua. Rodgers better than everyone. Rob is worse than Pond Scum. Finally, someone's not full of crap. Mr. Elliott, did you join in mocking Rob? You're right. I played in gigs half-empty arenas less embarrassing than Rob's existence. Encore, Joe. Encore. I'm surprised they're allowing Carlin to speak this much in court. Mr. Brennan, you're the reporter. Did you stay neutral? I reported what I saw. Rob duct taped the bottles. Facts don't care about his feelings. The courtroom chuckles again. Mr. King RFK, did you supply intel to humiliate Rob? I supplied intel to protect FSN. Rob humiliated himself. That doesn't lie. And Rob's credibility? You guessed it. Vacated. Joe, you babysit the children of FSN. Did you encourage their mockery? I don't babysit kids. I supervise brats. And even they think Rob is a clown. Well, my client deserves justice. He deserves compensation. He deserves a pacifier and a timeout, nothing more. Your Honor, my clients are guilty only of telling the truth. The only ones wasting this court's time is the plaintiff. The court finds favor of FSN, and furthermore, plaintiff is ordered to pay the defense for wasting this court's time. Ooh, I do good, and I do better. The GOAT wins. Meanwhile, back in the studio, boys, we didn't just win, we got paid for it. Historically, that's a clean sweep. Rob lost in court and in dignity. Triple crown. And Coach Selby didn't have to say anything. Justice was rendered a spectacle. A courtroom transformed into theater, and I didn't even have to show up for it. Rob's case, vacated. League update, Packers starting, Dolphins collapsing, Chiefs Bills, game to watch, but the Steelers still scoring 200 every game. They're still gods. And Tua is still some better than Rodgers. And yet Rodgers is rewriting football history while you shout at the clouds. The beauty is simple. Rob pays us for being ourselves. That's the American dream, folks. Then we get Steelers Browns after the bye. So it's the bye week. And Frazen wins in court. All right, let's get this next ChatGPT in. Yeah. No, they won. They won. No, Hutz was representing Rob. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you tuning in. All right, let's get this ChatGPT in with the Brat Pack and the kids and the Phillies Karen. Okay, so the ball lands in the stands. Home run. Kyle Schwarber. Mine. I saw it first. That's not fair. I never got to have a home run ball. I want it because I'm a little princess. I always get what I want. Guess what, Cryberries, as DW holds it up. Customer rank last at customer satisfaction. I'm going to guess United. There could be Ryanair. I got it, and I'm never, ever letting go. Although, actually, we're going to go Spirit. We're going to go Spirit, actually. We're going to go Spirit. Excuse me, DW. I drove here from Cherry Hill. I deserve that ball. My son plays T-ball. Meanwhile, Lil Remember is grabbing DW's arm. DW's clearly in possession of the ball. Give it to me or I'm telling Mama Bear you'll be in so much trouble. Snitch, tattletale, you don't know how to catch a ball for a ball. It's mine. I want it, Mommy. Everyone shut up. I'll scream until I get it. I'm royalty. This is America. The ball is mine. Did you just adult me? Give me the ball as Lil Remember is out biting people for this home run ball. Well, the guards are like, why are there kids and a Karen fighting? I don't get paid enough for this. Caillou launches over Karen's leg like a sad jellyfish. Little Princess tries to snatch the ball, but he breaks a nail and screams. DW grabs the ball back and shoves it down her sweater. Little Brown Bear is spinning in circles until he gets dizzy and throws up. And Karen starts yelling that I've been attacked. Where is your manager? Security gives up, so they just keep fighting. And the ball eventually rolls to the mascot's hands. DW was the one that caught it. DW caught it. DW was the one that caught it. But Philly Fanatic gets the ball, and no one's happy. They all cry, and the whole stadium is just a mess because security is left while the five of them just completely destroy themselves. All right. Now the Brat Pack own the Celebrity Apprentice, or the Apprentice. All right, kids, or whoever you are. I gave you the simplest task. A lemonade stand. Easy. Beautiful. Tremendous opportunity. We're talking big profits. Huge. And what did I get? A disaster. An absolute catastrophe. Frankly, I've seen more business sense from a soggy paper towel. But it wasn't fair. DW didn't let me squeeze any lemons, and Little Brown Bear drank all the lemonade. Because you cried every 5 seconds. Wow, the lemons are sour. Wow, Miss Mama, you're 4. Grow up. But I was thirsty, and the sun was too hot. I didn't get a turn. And then a bee came near me, and I got scared. Okay, I guess stop. This isn't daycare. This is The Apprentice, the big leagues. This is where winners are made, not whiners. And frankly, you're all acting like a bunch of losers. Bunch of losers. I am a princess. I shouldn't have to sell lemonade. I should be sipping it by the pool. And why didn't someone hold an umbrella for me? I'm starting to freckle. So this is your problem, all you. No work ethic, no hustle. Sad. You think success just happens. Wrong. I built an empire, okay? From a small loan of $1 million. You? You can't even handle citrus. You drank at the inventory. That's bad business. Horrible. Sad. Bigly mistake. Bigly mistake. You had all the coffee, and you couldn't do anything with it. But I was hungry too. Lemonade is a drink, not a buffet. Just terrible. Terrible. And you, Caillou, crying on the job every 5 minutes. I want juice. I want nap time. No one's going to invest in Tyler Tantrum, believe me. That's why I put the tariffs on your country. Because you suck, Caillou. You suck. I tried my best. Your best is not good enough. Low energy. Very, very low. Now, UDW, I actually had high hopes for you. You're an American. Unlike Little Princess, who's Russian, and Little Bear is French, and Caillou, we're taxing like 100% on. You're an American. You got attitude. You got fire, but you also screamed at 3 customers and told the pigeon to go choke on a muffin. The pigeon looked at me funny. I stand by it. Bad optics. Very nasty. Very, very nasty. And you spent the whole day bossing everyone around, sent a pink chair and a man stone bringing you a tiara made of lemon peels. Well, someone should have. Ridiculous. I've seen dictators with more humility. You're out of control. Look, I fired a lot of people. A lot. Some of the best firings, okay? The biggest firings you've ever seen. But I've never had to fire 4 children at once. But today, it's a clean sweep. You're all fired. Little Bear, you're fired. Caillou, bigly fired. Little Princess, fired and frankly should have been banned from the country. DW, you're lucky I'm not calling security. Whatever, this show is boring. Your hair looks like cotton candy. I have tremendous hair. Everyone says so. You wouldn't know great hair if it's sat your cartoon head. Get out of my boardroom. Go back to PBS or whatever they teach kids to fail. If you don't leave now, you'd be lucky to even have a network at this point, because you see the stuff I'm doing at PBS. It's not good. We're making some bigly cuts. We're making some bigly cuts. So be careful, DW. Be careful, Caillou, because you're treading on thin ice, and no one's gonna want you in free agency. No one's gonna want you in free agency. All right. There we go. With all of that. Today's State Airlines, yes. I remember that one now. Yeah, I remember that one. I didn't realize you were making a norm joke. Have I ever watched that? I've never watched that. All right, so last call for anything. Actually, I don't even know if we can do a last call for anything because we're going on stream in like 10 minutes. So I got to get the video in. So here's the game plan. I appreciate all you guys a ton. For this one. The XP lead goes to Gutmana, so that's a 20, and because the OT stream is the only one that gets it, so we're going 161. We're going to do the first half of the Commanders-Packers game, and then the second half, we will change the you make the call. So keep that in mind. We're going to change you make the call for the second half. So you have for the end of the first half to do that. So just keep that in mind. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off, and I will see you guys in 10 minutes for the official start of Week 2. Commanders against Packers. You guys are awesome. Obviously, I'm going to get to all the karaoke requests over the next 2 weeks. We got 6 in the queue, so fingers crossed I can get to all of them in the next 2 weeks. Appreciate